Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is March 18th. Right now we are looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. Take a look at our frontal system swinging across eastern Arizona and New Mexico as we speak. See low pressure there up across portions of Colorado and Wyoming. But we've got another system out here on its way, and you can clearly see it out here in the Gulf of Alaska, big trough digging Hawaiian Islands down to the south there. We'll take a look at the latest on that. We're going to take a look at the extended forecast as always as we go through the video this morning. So taking a look at yesterday, let's scroll back here and you can see some of the lightning strikes there with the low, and then as we push on in through the daytime, you can see those lightning strikes across some of the Sacramento Valley, like some of the coastal areas just south of the Bay Area, foothill communities, down into some of the San Joaquin Valley, and the Sacramento Valley got its nice share of lightning strikes. Also, a funnel cloud reported out there. I'm waiting to see if that was actually a tornado report also. I have not heard about that just yet. You can see the lightning moving down across portions of Nevada there, and then a couple strikes across Arizona. There we are this morning, actually. Looks like a couple of strikes just kicked off there just on the California-Nevada border there just not too long ago. So here we are, last 24 hours. Let me update that. Did not catch those, but you can see it caught the lightning strikes on the Central Coast and some of the Sacramento Valley and San Joaquin Valley and portions of Nevada there. Nice job by the European model with that. So here is the apparent temperature. Let me update this, and this is 1545 Zulu. So a little tutorial here for Zulu. We right now are -7 hours, so this would be about 8:45. And you can see there are some chilly temperatures out there, especially across the higher terrain, and some getting up towards 50 for Southern California. Look at Death Valley there. Looks like it's probably in the mid to upper 60s as we speak. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station, click on that link down below to save 10% off. It builds its own little forecast for you. It's got a lightning detection system with it as well. Stores all the data for you in the cloud. Now, this is the El Nino outlook for next year. Or I shouldn't say El Nino, I should say ENSO, El Nino Southern Oscillation outlook. And actually, La Nina and neutral right now are favored, kind of equal chances of either one as we get on in towards November. But El Nino is not out of the question yet, but it's a lot slimmer chance, 15, 16, 17% chance as of right now. And you can kind of see the models bringing us up towards neutral, then maybe hanging back down around here, either neutral or La Nina, the most likely outcome. And you can see the CFS wants to warm things up here as we go through, as we're going through right now. And then we kind of hang out there in the chilly side of neutral there. So we'll see how that trends here over the next few months, of course. Looking across Northern California, chilly Tuesday morning in effect, and we've got some wind advisories out there, some frost and freeze advisories, dense fog advisory for some of the Sacramento Valley up towards Chico as well. And Las Vegas also with some windy conditions out there, breezy day in store out of the northwest and then eventually north. Same thing for Los Angeles, some strong winds, especially across the higher terrain. Some of the I-5 corridor and Santa Barbara included in that. High surf advisory. There is a high wind warning there just off to the east and southeast of Tehachapi. And this is that high surf advisory. Look at this, late breaking waves, 8 to 12 feet till 10 p.m. this evening. And here we go with the wind advisory. Some guests possibly up to 60 miles per hour in the Interstate 5 corridor. You see San Gabriel Mountains, northern Ventura County Mountains, and you can kind of see those locations there. And this is kind of wrapping up here as we go through the morning right now, but it's still gusty out there as we speak. Now, taking a look here at the North American high-resolution model. This is a high-resolution version of it, 3 kilometer to be exact, and you can kind of see the strong winds as we go on in through the morning hours here about 11 o'clock. There's noon, still a bit gusty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and there's midnight right there. The winds start to turn northerly across some of the desert areas. We're going to get a little bit of an offshore component here, and not too bad, but it could get a little bit gusty through some of the canyons and gaps there for the Peninsula Range, with the transverse range as we go on in towards tomorrow morning. You can also see our next frontal system arriving for Northwest California. It starts to pick up the winds across the Sierra Nevada also as we go on in through the day on Wednesday. Here we go through Wednesday night. Look at the strong winds across the Sierra Nevada by the time we get in towards very early on Thursday morning. And continue that on, and you can kind of see then we get a little bit of a break there. Now, taking a look at a little bit of a more extended forecast look at things here. There's the trough moving through. This is last night's European artificial intelligence run. There goes Wednesday's system right there. That's moving through in the day Wednesday. This frontal system is going to fall apart as it tries to get further south, but it should bring a little bit of light rain to the Bay Area, a little bit of snow to the Sierra Nevada, better snow amounts the higher terrain, the higher you go north. But if we take a look off into the future, another system move to the Pacific Northwest, and we get a big ridge here across the west coast of North America. And this hangs out for a bit, but it does show some deep troughing off our coastline. You can kind of see this pinwheeling and affecting a lot of the state here as we go on into the following weekend. So we may not be done with the storms just yet. This is a little ways out there in the fantasy forecast, but indeed you can see this troughing hanging out along the west coast of North America. Let's cross our fingers, and weather lovers hope this is right here for much of the west coast of North America. And this is lightning flash density potential. Just kind of checking things out for Wednesday. Maybe a couple lightning strikes northwest California. Not too big of a deal. Nothing like what we just went through. And this is the HER high resolution rapid refresh. This model runs every hour. That's kind of the allure to it. And every 6 hours, it goes out 48 hours. So if I put this into motion, you'll see that we're not too bad today. Here we go on in through Wednesday, and then the next frontal system is on its way about 11. There's about noon on Wednesday. Precipitation not yet started, but by the time we get towards, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock right there, you see the frontal system. There could be some moderate rain, heavy rain at times embedded in that, but it starts to weaken once it gets down towards the Bay Area and pushes down into some of the San Joaquin Valley, just barely there. So not an extraordinarily strong frontal system as I play through that loop again. Now, looking at that extended forecast here on the European Artificial Intelligence on the left versus the GFS on the right, let's see if we have any model agreement. There goes Wednesday's system, decent there. Another system, maybe clipping Northern California as we go through Friday and the upcoming weekend a little bit at times. Then we get kind of an atmospheric river deal up in towards the Pacific Northwest. The ridging builds here, and then we break it down with some troughing as we go through the extended forecast. And the GFS does show the potential for some storms as well. So, not bad model agreement, kind of showing that potential as we go towards the end of March and on into early April, with some systems maybe still affecting the state of California. That would be quite the atmospheric river look there. So we'd have to watch that, but that is way off in the fantasy land right now. And just kind of scrolling through this here fairly quickly. This is as we go through Wednesday's system. You can see maybe a few inches for the Sierra Nevada, not too big of a deal. Klamath Range Cascades up into Oregon doing a bit better. And then through the extended forecast, you can see those systems would bring some additional snowfall amounts, and we would definitely take it. Because it's always good to have that snowpack across the higher terrain. Also, that would bring some big wave action as well. We'll just kind of scroll out here and just kind of watch this, and we'll go way off into the forecast. So we get some ridging there and a bit of a break from the wave action, and the troughing returns, and some stronger waves potentially rushing in. Again, we'll have to get a little bit closer before we get too caught up in those details. Now, this is the surf zone forecast, National Weather Service, Oxnard. Here we go, Los Angeles. Today and tomorrow, high rip current risk. So just kind of remember that. Keep that in the back of your mind. No thunderstorm potential or anything like that. But again, those waves could catch you off guard. So heads up. And then you can see this is the San Francisco Bay Area. West-facing beaches 10 to 14 feet. Now, 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. You got the below normal here across a lot of the Southwest, including California. And look at that 6 to 10 day above average, warming things up a bit here through March 27th. There's the 8 to 14 day as well. A lot of the West above average, and the 8 to 14 day again. We'll see if this starts to change, if that extended forecast starts to trend in the models. But anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, click like and subscribe. We will do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.